Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. So, head and shoulders, we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Currently, we are below it. We didn't quite close below it yesterday, but currently we are moving below it. I suspect we're probably going to bounce somewhere in this area that we are in, right over there. So you can see there's the previous sort of area of resistance, little bit of a zone, and we're sort of in that area again. So I wouldn't want to be jumping in short here. As I said, this level here, 34,320 area, that is the area that I'm looking to jump in. At the moment, the week started off with a couple of tails here on the moving averages, typical price action when you're looking to break through moving averages. And you can see as soon as we got through, we dropped like a stone, pretty much one-way traffic to the downside. And now what we've done is we've just continued this morning. This is the massive area of support coming up, so I do expect something to transpire here. Just bear in mind that what could also transpire. So you look like a head and shoulders, but turns out to be a trap, and that trap would be, you've got this trend line here. If I just extend it a little bit further to the back, you'll see how significant it is. You can see how we rejected this area, found support, rejected, found support. What's the next logical thing? Find support. So I would expect us to come back up, reject this area, and then break through this zone. This zone is going to be fairly strong to break through. It's going to be hard to just break through this without some kind of catalyst. So we're going to look for some major news events, some politicians making noises, or something along those lines, which is going to impact it. We get through. Yeah, look at the oscillators on the hour. Not an area you want to be jumping in short. So I would be more interested to seeing what's going to happen here. If we find support here, then pretty good opportunity for a long scalp, and the long scalp would be to come and close the gap from this morning at the moment. So it's going to drop down to 15-minute because this is pretty much all we're going to have right now. So looking to find support either at 34,200 or alternatively 34,106, 34,100 area. Looking for price action at that point. If we can get it, you're probably well worth a 100-point type risk for a 230-point gain. That's kind of the view. If we're looking to continue short, there are a couple of things that we need to pay attention to. First one, obviously, is the bottom of the neckline of the head and shoulders, which is 34,319. So that is the area I would be interested in shorting. If we get above that, then you're looking to come back, and typical fashion is going to be one of three areas, which is something like that. So we're far from the moving averages. So a pullback and a bounce off here that gets past the gap, gets past this back into the head and shoulders. Then you're looking at a turn between 34,550 and 34,477. So you're looking for a rejection in this area for another move down to the trend line. If that happens, then if you look at the bigger picture, it starts looking like a potential flag rather than a head and shoulders. But obviously we need to get back into this zone. If we reject that zone, back down, form a higher low, then you can start worrying about the flag. But at the moment, inverse head and shoulders is probably the most logical one to play. So we're looking for a pullback onto structure. That structure is pretty much right here where we closed at 34,300. If we can get back into that area, reject that area, sort of close the gap, reject the area, and continue, then we definitely have an opportunity to the downside. So that's kind of my view at the moment. Trend is all over the place on the hour. You can see above and below the moving averages, but we are very far from the moving averages. So I would expect a pullback onto an area of support. And part of me is just thinking, depending what price action we get here, if we get a big pin bar in this area on an hour or on a 3 hour, then I'm definitely opting for a long on the break of that pin bar with a stop below here, and I'm targeting this area here. Never mind the head and shoulders. I'm going to ignore the head and shoulders and target this area here for a bull flag attempt, which is also going to bring us back to original trend line here. Okay, anyway, quite a bit to worry about today, so keep your eyes open and play safe. Keep those stops tight, and possibly just keep the position size a little bit small as well, especially if you're looking for shorts, because it's not looking, with the oscillators, it's not looking very conducive to producing short profit for us. Anyway, that's it for me today. I hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.